the viewers, I don't know. We're going to start like now.
Perfect.
Welcome to this show. It's all about Veronique Vanhoucke, her passion, her dreams, and everything that she does in life. We're gonna ask all kinds of questions, and of course, if you have any questions, you can ask something. You can put on the comments here on the live stream. You can see that to get an give a comment, and then we can select some questions that Veronique and I can answer. Otherwise, we can answer that later on because this will be on demand. You can watch as many times as you like, and it will get on the post of Hello Expat and of course from Veronique Vanhoucke. So let's get started. Veronique,
Yes.
I know you for a quite time. Tell about your story, about yourself. What would you tell your audience about yourself?
Well, first of all, there's two things that are very important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a pianist, a musician, and secondly, I'm a wife. So I like all that is about beautiful modeling, the pictures, but also in first place, the music is my passion, is my
Mm-hmm.
where my heart is where my soul is.
Okay, that's what you that's your life.
That's my life. I play concerts. I travel in the world to play music. I compose music. I get in touch with a lot of artists, painters, sculptors, poetists, writers, and that's mostly my environment, all creative people. And when I travel a lot abroad, it's nice for me to meet new people, new cultures, and adapt those informations into my in my music, in my modeling, in my arts.
Yeah. Because I know you, and a lot of questions that I already know, and maybe your audience don't know you. When you go to the core of your essence of your being as a soul, as a person, what was your main drive that you choose for music? I know that you started with as a little girl to take the music from your father and everything, but what what is your drive, your passion to do that at a certain age to Dale's time, and you are keep going on? I think it's
I
a
really
really
can
tough sport.
I can't imagine being something else than a musician. When I was a little girl, I was 3 years old. I saw an orchestra play,
Okay.
and I said, that's what I want to do, music. And my whole life is focused on music. I studied at the age of 4 the piano. I did competitions when I was
Nice.
8. I did concerts abroad in Russia, in other faraway countries. I played on TV when I was 10, 12 years old. I met the Pope. I always had it
Okay.
in me that I only in music since a little girl.
Yeah, because when you look at yourself right now, did you say that this is what I expected to become an artist in your own way, or are there other challenges that you say, okay, I'm not done? What is for you? Is the sky is the limit, or what is your challenges in life?
The sky is the limit. Everything I want to approach, I set my goals on it to approach them, to get there. So no, I want to learn as much new informations, new music, new arts, get in touch with multiple artists, conductors, composers. I always want to nourish my soul to continue to learning, to continue to evaluate in my life.
Because when you give an example of one kind of artist that you say, I'm so proud that we started a project, and it can be like a DJ or other person. What is for you like an example that you say, I'm so proud of this project?
There are many.
Collaboration. Yeah.
There are many collaborations that I am proud of. First, with the DJ of Turkey, that I composed my own music with. Tolga.
I'm also Turkish, so I'm very.
I know, I
So
know,
I
I
got
know, I know.
a little bit
No,
nationalism. And Turkey is playing
that's
tonight.
okay.
Very.
They play tomorrow.
Okay, go on.
I think
Sorry. Sorry.
it's the
Yeah.
Netherlands. It's a Dutch team that plays tonight.
Yeah.
No, today.
It's now. I think 1-0 is for Holland,
Mm-hmm.
but they are very lucky.
Okay.
when they are winning and we are winning this night, sorry, audience, we are making a bridge to the European Championship.
Yes.
Then Holland, the Netherlands must compete. Turkey, hey, it's a different level. So
That's gonna
then
be
we are talking.
difficult for you.
Sorry, but going
Choose
back to
between,
your,
yeah, yeah, okay.
yeah,
Back to the project with the Turkish DJ because we are
I
on another radio.
know. Yeah.
Um, okay, maybe sometimes I should talk in French because there are also some French followers. Is that okay for you, Orhan, if I talk in
Si.
French? Très bien, ok.
Très,
Bon,
très bien.
donc,
I did a very quick course of French. I'm trying to keep up with you, Veronique. Go ahead.
parfait. C'est très parfait. Donc, non, un projet dont je suis tellement fière, c'est de travailler avec le DJ de Turquie, Tolha. Nous créons notre propre musique et comme moi, je suis déjà dans une sorte de musique qui est très distinct, qui est un peu très niche, très particulier. J'ai trouvé vraiment mon soulmate avec Tolha en créant cette musique expérimentale, lui avec ses drones, son musique électronique. Et moi, c'est le piano acoustique. On crée un monde très qui est très propre de notre identité. Donc ça, c'est un projet dont je suis très, très, très fière.
Aha.
And now in English again for you, Orhan.
I,
Another project that I am very
I
kind.
could, no
Yeah.
problem at all. I understand every word you say.
Okay.
But I
Perfect.
see, but what I see in you, Veronique, this is very important. Like you really love your job. You're really doing this with so much fun, so much passionate. I love the temperamento. You know, the you really want what I. We didn't met really in real life. I don't understand it, but we're going to do. But what I see is you are going beyond. You know, what is the energy, your drive that you make you happy that you want to achieve much more than that? Is there a limit?
There is no limit. Everything is in me, and I want to show it only to the world. My music and all. I want to share beauty and get people feel their proper feelings, really like before. Because now with Instagram and everything is virtual online, there are no connections anymore with other people, but also with themselves. So for me, it's important
Yeah.
that.
Sorry that I interrupt, because that's what you intro the connection between your playing and with the crowd. Eh? Is
Yes.
that the interaction? Is that what you say that you are performing in like it's your own way, or when audience is interaction? Is that you
Both.
planning that
Because
before, or how do you do that? Is that more spontaneous or?
always spontaneous. I always interact on the moment with what I feel and with the public when I play concerts. It's always spontaneous. It's never too strictly rehearsed. It's always
I
in the
love that.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more natural, more authentic in
Yeah,
that.
more genuine. Yeah, I'm like that because when you look at most artists, and of course when there are, um, you know, with labels, with events or different kinds of parties, when you look at big artists, there are
Yeah.
so much pressure on them. And is that you say like I want to do it intimate, I don't want to do it in my setting, or do you
Yes.
want to perform for thousands of people, or what is your look on that? Your focus on that?
I prefer for the moment the intimacy that they are really watchers and they come really close to me, even around the piano. Sometimes I invite my audience to come to sit around the piano so they can watch my hands, watch what I'm doing, the caresses I gave to the piano, to the strings, to the notes. I want them really close to me, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I know. And I see, I don't know, the Power Maximum has a request to join. And what I want to say to the followers, you know, of the people that joined this live stream, welcome to this live stream with Veronique Vanhoucke. You know, we are talking about her way of thinking, about you know, the ambience and everything what's challenging. I think everything that you want to ask, send them and comment. Send it also to your followers to share them to join this live stream. Hoe meer zielen, hoe meer vreugd, zeg ik altijd. I don't know how to say it in English.
The more
Maybe you can
souls,
say it
the
in
more
French.
happiness. Bah, le plus d'âmes, le plus de gens qui sont ici, donc le mieux c'est.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui, enfin.
That's very cool. Yeah, because when we go back to your focus,
Okay.
and I'm looking at some maybe on a laptop also to some questions. Is there something that you know what shaped your artistic journey? You know, you have always like a journey, a vision.
Mhm.
Do you plan something or do you everything by feeling, by intuition?
Intuition and feeling.
Why?
Why? Because it's more authentic, it's more genuine if it comes really from the inside of you. It's the same way when I play piano. I feel a storm of feelings, of emotions when I play the piano. Sometimes I get really sad also, tears that I feel when I play. And that's the feeling I want to transmit to in my concerts. And every art I do, even the photos, the modeling, the videos that I make, it's all about spontaneous emotions that I want to that I want to give to the people.
Okay. That's very nice. It's like something like poetic, you know,
Yes.
when you do that, and I love it. You know what I pronounce at the beginning of the live stream. What I really like is, you know, how do you maintain like being interesting? Because many artists, you know, it's I think to perform and to bring always the concept to a certain level. There must something like you have to need a dedication. You know, you want to do it the best of the
First of
best.
all,
What
I
is?
don't think there are two Veroniques in the classical pianist world, because
Yeah.
one of
Oh, sorry.
my repertoire that I play is mostly contemporary music. I work with composers that are still alive. Sometimes they create music for me. And so that is already one big difference with the other pianists who plays more the romantic repertoire, like Chopin, Rachmaninoff, Schubert, Schumann. I also do
Uh-huh.
that. But for
Okay.
me, my heart is with the creation of new music, new ways in piano. Like because with my art that I always get in touch with in my
Mhm.
piano, it's like I sculpt some sounds. It's not only the music that counts, but also the visual that
Visual.
people can hear when I play.
Because
Yes.
yeah, when we talk about yourself, I know you're
Mhm.
very, you know, charismatic, very charismatic. How do you say that and pronounce that in English? You
Charismatic.
know, you have
En
this,
français.
you have this, like an attitude.
Mhm.
You know, really strong woman. I know you, and you have. Yeah, you know, very genuine. Maybe I'm like we know each other because when you look at the outside and your background is modeling,
Yes.
how did you transform that to your performance as an artist? How was the step? What kind of step did you take from modeling to artist?
First, I was the pianist.
Yeah,
When I
sorry.
was Yes, no problem. When I was young, I have got a lot of demands to become a model, but I was too shy. It wasn't for me. I was insecure, and so I never did it until now. I'm an older woman, and I have more maturity. So now I say, okay, I want to pose and start creating my own art by modeling, but only fine art, no commercials or something of stuff like that,
Yeah,
but only the fine art. So I do videos for directors, black and white
I
pictures,
saw
and
that. Very beautiful, like
yeah,
the
and
film
some,
noir.
yeah,
Because what we also want to say about the artists become, you know, I see a lot of people are joining in this live stream. Welcome to the live stream. I try to wave to all the newcomers, and I want to say like a tip from a slider, you know, something that we want to say that Veronique is going to play her music live on this live stream. I think that's kind of thing that really makes your, you know, the dynamic of making music. Eh? Of course, you have
of
this
course.
example from uh, you know, the Glass, the Bach, you know, the big artists, you know,
Mhm.
how to make your own sound. Is that what kind of skills does it need to make your own? Like, I think it's very niche what you're doing. What
Yes.
kind of sound is that you can describe to the audience? That's the sound of Veronique.
My sound is experimental. I will walk until my two pianos, so maybe I can show a little examples of what I
Okay,
do to create
go ahead.
those to create those sounds.
Let's step in.
Um,
Let's step in your world,
yes,
Veronique.
into my
Take me
world.
with you.
You see, I have two pianos.
Ah,
I have a classical one, which I use to play experimental music, and I'm going to use some tools to show you. And then I have a big player, and that is a very authentic piano to have a
okay.
warm sound. So I adapt my pianos, the instrument, really to the pieces I play.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to fix my phone.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
because I need
The-
my hands as a
I
pianist.
I know, I know. The stage is yours, Veronique.
Yeah, just a second.
No problem.
Uh,
You got a lovely home there in Lille. You're living in France. I live in the Netherlands. It's always cold and always raining here. How's the weather there in Lille?
I know it's the same. It's the
Okay,
same temperature
same. Okay,
in Europe
okay,
as in. Okay,
great.
so I'm going to perform Saturday some
Hmm.
classical pieces, but also some experimental pieces. And maybe I can
Okay,
show you something what I am going to do on Saturday.
I'm very excited.
Maybe I will fix a bit so you can see the chords.
Ah, very okay.
You see? Yeah.
Beautiful.
So
Yes.
I don't only play on the keys of the piano,
Okay.
I also play in the chords to evoke some dark elements, a dark atmosphere.
Okay. Let's step into the dark side, like Star Wars. Okay.
My dark.
Yeah, Darth Vader. Look, I'm your father. Okay.
You see?
Hmm.
That's just a small example of Saturday what
Ah,
I'm going to play.
is it
Um,
what
yes,
kind of technique? What kind of technique is this playing the piano? Is there
there
something like a
is
definition or?
yeah, extended piano techniques.
Ah, okay. Okay. I'm
Extended
learning
piano.
some from this live stream, Veronique. I
Yeah,
like it. And
I know because people only think they can play the piano on the keys, but you got to use the whole instrument, the inside, the chords, the wood, the metal. You can take out so many
and
sounds, so
it's
many interesting sounds.
yeah.
You can
Because when you look at I'm not the expert. You're the expert. When you look at like the sound, that music in your way of artist, what does sound makes you that people are always thinking about mainstream instruments or it's always a familiar and a similar sound.
yes.
What is your vision about to make your way of thinking about music that people say, I don't know it, but you can manage that people are going to your vision about your, I think what I am respectful is that sometimes that music people say I know the sounds it's like I heard it before, it's all the same.
Mhm.
How to make this difference and that you trying really to yeah, set boundaries that everybody says okay it doesn't work. How do you be so creative to do this kind of concepts?
I always want to be in the movement. I always want to go forward,
Hmm.
new, not reproduce something that everybody does. And that's me. That's why I travel a lot, meet a lot of people, always interesting people, artists and painters and
Oh,
that kind of
yeah.
people. But that's the same for the instrument. It's not because the instrument is used 300, 400 years that way
Hmm.
that it still can evolve. It's always new sounds that you can take out of the piano, also with AI and electronics, but also
Okay.
just on the strings. Many sounds you can take out of this instrument. So,
Ah, I like that.
mm,
So you can you play like something that you say, okay, this is the music that when you give a concert, what kind of is it kind of that you say like it's very classical piece that you are playing, or is it a mix of
it's a
familiar
mix.
songs sometimes with your own touch?
It's a mix because if I only play too many experimental or contemporary music,
Contemporary.
people, it's too difficult for them. And slowly, bit by bit, they have to adapt to that new kind of sounds. It's always like that in fashion, in food. Go slowly. Don't force them with new things, but go bit by bit slowly. And they discover my music when I play that on concerts in live. That's what they prefer the most, the contemporary,
Okay. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
experimental music. They say, I never seen that before. I didn't knew we could play those kind of music also on a piano. So that's what they like the most.
Ah, okay. Because what you say, like maybe you got also lots of fans from French speaking
Yes,
people, and also from Luxembourg, Italy.
yes,
Um, when you look at the audience, and when you go like I know for your program on your website, like www Veronique
very,
Vanhoucke.be, Belgium, and .com, that you say like you go to Sicily in 13 and 14 July that you are playing in Sicily.
yes.
Um, is that something that you say? I'm very like passion for Italia. That's very beautiful. Are you adapting that kind of culture where you are playing in Italy? That you say some Italian influence in music
Yeah.
that you do
It's
it
not
play in your part?
Italian influence in music, but it's the places where I am going to play that
Ah,
decide the program I am going to play. Because now in Italy, I will play in an important gallery from Gino Di
okay.
Maggio, and
Mm-hmm. Very
so
nice.
it's modern art, contemporary art. His gallery. He's the
Mm-hmm.
founder, also from Milano, the contemporary art in Italy. So he worked with Yoko Ono and other big artists. So when I'm going
Nice.
to play in his gallery, it's normal that I won't play Bach, Schubert, Chopin, but that I'm going to play a repertoire that is adapted to the
Because
environment.
yeah,
Is the
you
word.
when you look when you look at Italian opera, it's very
Yeah.
sometimes, and I think in Dutch and in Germany, I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm saying something that, and maybe I'm wrong. You can always, you're the expert. I think you're much more like
Okay.
you know. Sometimes in music, people can be very conservative. This is what we like.
Absolutely.
How
And
they, yeah.
definitely in the
How do
classical
how do
music.
they come that you're a very strong woman, beautiful and you're powerful that you say
Mm.
people are willing to listen to my sound even it's not like famous or not recognizable.
I force
Why
them.
do they choose for you? I'm very
I
I'm very
force
curious
them
about that.
because there are always walls you have to break. 20 times, 30 times you get no, 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 it's not interesting. We don't want that. We only want the classical, tonale music. But I say, no, listen, there is more interesting sides also in music. I always force it.
Okay, you
Yeah,
you have a very strong will.
yeah,
I
I'm a
cannot say
rebel.
no to you.
That's why.
No, but just is it something that you say? I believe in my concept. I believe in the things that you are doing. I think
Sure.
when I look at to myself, sometimes that you say like, why don't other people see what I see? Or I know the value, and sometimes you can prove it by music.
Yes,
I do some project management. It's sometimes it's not touchable, but when you bring your passion, and I see that in you, that you are really enjoying the things that you're
yes.
doing, that people say, we are so wrong about all the judgment, the prejudice, it won't work. What kind of feeling gives you that you are getting your, you don't want to bring your own way that you are right, but you say like, believe in me, this is my concept. What does it do
No,
to you as a person?
I am happy that people can grow, because sometimes they are very narrow-minded and they won't listen. They don't know other things, like my music, or in genuine in politics, or on social terms. And I always want to push people forward, nourish them, tire them vers le haut, comme on dit en français. Donc,
You can say it in French, no problem.
okay. Will you understand it?
I'm
Yes.
going.
Non, moi, j'aime bien.
I did my speed course in French. I tried to. Okay, go ahead.
Non, moi, j'aime bien que les gens sont tirés vers le haut, que je peux les éduquer avec des informations qu'ils ne connaissaient pas encore avant. Et donc, moi, j'aime bien qu'ils apprennent des choses qu'ils apprécient aussi après, et qu'ils vont écouter leur-même la musique que moi, je joue, ou que des autres musiciens, avec l'anglais et tout un mélange. Après, la langue ne peut plus très bien suivre. Donc, tous les musiciens jouent aussi, donc pas que moi, mais tous les compositeurs d'aujourd'hui. Il y en a tellement, ils sont nombreux, mais ils sont très rarement joués. Donc, je trouve ça très dommage.
On behalf of the French people, merci beaucoup. Man, I love that language. Maybe aside that information, in my youth, I was like in the age of 15, 14. I was the best in my French class, and I forgot all the things in the language.
Yeah.
But when I go to a certain country, and much more Italy and France is also beautiful, and I know you. I'm very learning quickly, so we have to talk much more. And I'm really like
Okay.
Turkish,
Yes.
Dutch, English,
Perfect.
German a little bit. But
Perfect.
when we go back to your vision, what kind of collaborations with what kind of artists did you say like, okay, I had some collaborations. What will be like your wish to what kind of artist or what kind of person do you want to collaborate that you didn't have yet?
That I didn't have yet. Okay. Other musicians that are in the same music like me. I work a lot with composers, but not with another musician that is on the same level like me. I work the transversalité des arts. That means other types of art, like the vernissage with my friend Paula. She's a painter. I do with shootings with
Paula, are you watching now? I don't see you yet. I don't know.
I don't know.
But you are watching.
Watching.
This will be on demand, so you can watch it as many as like. What I pronounce, sorry, Veronique, but some announcement to the people are joining, still coming. This will be on the feed of Veronique and also from Hello Expat, so you can watch it as many as you like. Share it, please.
Yes.
Sharing is caring. But when you look at the persons and what kind of art, and art is very like emotion. In emotion, I think in music, in art, emotion does everything that you want to give a message to the audience. Is that, and then to achieve much more like how to be on the level, to be in niche or in your way of performing. What do you need and what can we expect for the next year, 2 years, maybe in 3 years? What can we expect from you as Veronique Vanhoucke?
I have some multiple projects that I do now for the next 2-3 years. But always it is related to art, because in September I will do the Ensor Festival. Ensor, he's a famous Belgian painter. He's in the MoMA in New York, and he's everywhere in Tel Aviv, Israel, at the big museums. And he was also from Ostende, the town where I was born.
I was born.
Ostende.
Yeah, you were born there.
Yes.
Ostende, very beautiful. Yeah. But when you look at yourself and going back to the basic, what does artists need? Maybe there are people are watching and they say like, what Veronique does. Is it something that you have some skills? What kind of advice can you give young artists become in your challenging or the way that you are being now as an artist? What kind of advice can you give?
I think it's important that they listen to who they are, that they do their art very personally. No copy of somebody else, even though it's not the most commercial, most popular way to produce art,
Mhm.
but you have to stay very genuine. You have to
I love
stay
the
very close
word
to
genuine.
your,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
because my art, like you said, is niche. Not a lot of people knew it, but now they starting to get to know it. So there is always a way to have success if you only persist and if you stay genuine at your own identity. So
Yeah.
for a young artist, I think it's really, really important, because otherwise we will have copies and copies of other copies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there will no originality
Also,
be needed.
but when we go to, of course, the audience and everybody's watching now, there will be much more live streams with Veronique because we are working together, and I see the developing in your way, and I've tried to look in your look and feel about the branding and person. But what I want to do is really make it authentic, and it's we talk a lot about from what are you expecting from your audience? And people are watching now and they have some things that they want to expect from you. So, to keep up that kind of to be an artist, is working hard. What are the not yeah, I always say not the advantages, but sometimes you have to uh overwin some obstacles about sometimes it doesn't work, that you say I'm trying to make, like, I don't know if it's in your way that you say I'm not so creative. What do you do? Are you going to a place that you say I want to be by myself? How do you manage to yeah keep yourself energy to give, like, okay, it doesn't work now, but later on I go to a place and I think about what can I do to achieve something else? Are you have this kind of moments, or that you say I'm always creative, I'm always productive? How is
Uh,
that you?
I'm a lot productive, but mostly at night. I'm not a morning person. I
I'm
always
more
sleep late. My rhythm is 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to go to sleep and
okay.
stand up at 9. Um, I like when it's dark, black, and no sound, and then
How
it's
is
my
it?
own world.
Why is
And I
that? Can you explain it to the audience that darkness is that something that people say,
yes,
okay, it's like negative? I don't
no,
know, but in
no,
your
no, no,
way,
no.
it's
It's
it's a prejudice.
maybe for
I
other people.
understand it what you say, but for
Yeah,
people like
maybe for other people it will be negative, because it's they can get quite scared in the darkness. But I like it. It's my cocon, my own world, and then I am really in contact with myself, my thoughts, my emotions. I read a lot at night, and that gives me a lot of inspiration.
very interesting. Because I think we can talk so much more, and times fly when you're having fun, and of course you're very, really, like what I see, and and everybody is like trying to do the best in this world. Sometimes craziness. What gives you light? From darkness to light, and we talk about like to keep up with being original. Can you give like an end? And I said to the audience, if you have any questions beside this live stream, and you hear a lot of them, you can send a DM, direct message to Veronique or to me, to Hello Expat.
Mhm.
Orhan Polat is, I'm the founder of Hello Expat. I didn't say to you. What I would try to do is make really storytelling from genuine influence like Veronique. I'm very glad that I met Veronique about in this way. But Philip, maybe you can play a part of like that you
Yes,
say like a closing set.
that's what I'm going
um,
to do. I'm trying to get my
okay.
phone again. Yes,
Yeah,
tack. Okay.
I can see you
Technology
clearly.
isn't always my best friend, but now
No,
it's good.
no, you're doing very well.
Okay.
Okay.
I choose
Yeah.
the piano because on this piano I play more intimate pieces. This piano is my friend. He has my soul. He's the prolongation of my body.
Go. Okay. The stage is yours, Veronique.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
From the rainy Netherlands. But what I see is, it's very. I'm very, yeah, objective about this. We know each other. But
Yeah.
what I see is you're really enjoying the music. I'm also very passionate about the music, and not only dance music. Not only the EDM, the electric dance music, but really the opera, the jazz, and every influence. So when I look at your way of performing,
Mhm.
um, about really bring your way of thinking about the music and giving visuals, how to translate your music to pictures of content and to bring your vision of life
Mhm.
that other people can see what you are meaning. How difficult can that be? Is that a challenge for you, Veronique?
Yes, it's a challenge in a way because it's always sometimes very personal, and
Why
it's a
is it
challenge for
personal?
me.
Is it something? Is it sorry for interrupting, but is it personal to be vulnerable, or is it something that you want to share to
Vulnerable. Vulnérable.
vulnerable? Yeah, kwetsbaar.
Avec le français et l'anglais.
Yeah,
Vulnérable. Oui, bien sûr.
vulnerable. Yeah.
Ouais,
I
ouais,
think
ouais.
it's very beautiful when you can be vulnerable.
Mhm.
You are very strong. I think when you show your fears or something, and it's in this kind of world that you say, you don't want to be uh, showing your weakness to your crowd. I don't
Yeah.
know, but what I see is when you really know by yourself,
Mhm.
the most strongest people can be very like really human,
Yeah,
really
true.
genuine. And
But
I
it's
think that
always
people
a
are
risk
afraid
that you
about that.
take. Yeah, but it's always a risk because people can react very negative sometimes, and so you can get hurt by what they say. So it's important to be strong and to believe in yourself.
Is that something that you have experienced that you say, okay, to get at that level of thinking, is that you say like you need time? How did you manage that you are becoming like at this level?
I don't understand your question. Or
I'm gonna say it in French.
oh, no, no, no,
No,
no.
no. What I want to just joking. And what I want to, what did you experience in your life that you say like I was maybe different at a younger age? And I think it's very. What kind of situation or what kind of moments in life made you stronger to become much more like on this level of thinking, like being vulnerable, very sure that you can.
Multiple things. First of all, I was young when I started to play the piano, but with an incredible teacher, a strong woman who was also married to a painter. Maybe that's why, for me, the art is as important as the music. That's one. Second, my character comes because I was not, I didn't have good health when I was sick. I have a lot of struggles, hospitality, hospitals, I mean, and that forms your character. That makes you really strong to survive what I have survived.
Okay, but I think in generally, and that's maybe you need sometimes to experience the negative things,
That
and
makes
it's life.
you stronger.
You have to touch
Exactly.
the ground, you touch the bottom. I think, in Dutch, it's always raining, but when always sunshine is, you don't get the value about it. You have to experience like very sadness to
Mhm.
enjoy the
Yeah.
moments to be really alive. I think otherwise
Experience
you cannot
everything.
compare that.
No, no,
Everything,
no,
when everything is positive,
no.
I think it's not realistic. So people say, I want to be happy.
Yeah, that's
You need
what I
sometimes,
forgot.
yeah,
People
yeah,
are sometimes jealous. They say, "Yeah, it's easy for you. You're beautiful. You have your talent. You play the piano. It's easy for you." But that's not. It's only the image. They don't see the mountain of work that's underneath it
yeah,
and the way that I have stepped to become here.
yeah,
So it's not
yeah,
at all an easy life that I
yeah.
have had. No, at all.
But
And that
yeah,
that makes
because
that I am
yeah.
stronger, and that's why I think differently. And I like now to
Yeah.
show in pictures my body and stuff because just
I
of
like this.
all that stuff.
Yeah, because that kind of to make it work in your piece of music,
Mhm.
and I know you are very poetic, and I heard, of course, that you have some own quotes about yourself to give your personal branding or what you are
Yes.
as a person. Uh, I think we are we can talk much more for hours. We are much more than that we did for 30 minutes.
Yes. I think.
Frederick, what kind of code that you say like this is what I want to close this live stream with your quote that you say this is what I am.
It's all about visual and sound art that I make.
And if
Visual
you,
and the sound.
yeah, and when you say it in French, because that's your.
Ah, maintenant, je dois réfléchir, hein, c'est que tu me fais travailler mon cerveau, là, hein, Rohan. C'est tout avec la poésie visuelle et le sound. Allez, Rohan, don't ask me that.
Yeah, yeah.
To try to
Maybe audience,
between
this
the
is
frames,
live, of
between the
course.
people, I have to.
What we're going to do is share this live stream with some text from Veronique.
Yeah.
Really enjoy this moment because we talk a lot about collaboration to make your brand and everything that you do. And I see that you are really hardworking, but what I really like, I think I could talk about myself. Passion is the most important fuel that you need
Feel
to move on.
exactly
Um,
passion. It
Good
starts with
people,
passion.
passion, and good people surround. I hope we have sometimes, talking about life, and that's what I like. And You know, and if some people are working very in principle, you know, earning money and very with contracts. Is that what I want is, you know, you can build up like a friendship and sometimes being professional. I think in the world it's very difficult sometimes, but you really, what do you know, and what can you achieve together, you know? And that's
Yes.
important in collaboration, I think, but it's not always working that
Because if
way.
you want to go quickly, you go by yourself. But if you want to go far, a long way, you have to do it with others.
Yeah, I think you're very, yeah, I cannot say you're very right about that. Do you want to share the last thing that you say to the audience? And thank you for watching this live stream. Of course, you can watch this live stream as many as you like and share it, please. Is there something that you want to close your, yeah, that you have something to say to the audience?
I just want to say thank you to the audience to support me, to always be present, to always send some nice comments. And let's continue the way we do now together. Because
Let's
for me,
do
it's not
that.
a journey on my own. It's also a journey with my followers. Voilà.
Yeah. Now, I cannot say that I'm very. I think it's very right. Everything what you said is enough said. People, thank you for watching this live stream. As I said before, this live stream will be seen. You can see it as much as you want as an on demand, and we will make in the future. I think Veronique, about after summer. Another session with much more to bring the life and yeah, the experience, the vision from Veronique, much more. If you have any questions, please send it to us, to the Hello Expat, or to Veronique directly. Look at their website, everything on social media. Give your comments, everything that you want to know. And sorry, we don't give all the questions that's coming by. And see that that we didn't answer any of our other questions, but there will be much more time to do that. And I think thank you very much for joining us to watch us. And Veronique, thank you
Yes.
for your
Thank you.
genuine performance. I love it. Okay.
Bye.
See you later.
See you
Bye
later. Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.